My name's Ben and I'm one of the polar specialists here at Polar Routes. My first trip was a trip to Svalbard back in 2012 and I took several snowmobiling expeditions across the entire part of Spitsbergen. I fell in love with the majesty, the beauty, the wildlife. It's just the most extreme and rewarding environment to spend time in. My favourite destination in the polar regions, again, has to be Svalbard. It's the most beautiful environment, full of wildlife, full of ice, full of glaciers. It's just fantastic to spend time in. My top tips for anyone planning a trip to the Arctic, number one, go with an open mind. It's an expedition, you don't know what you're going to see, so the more flexible that your mindset is, the more you're going to get out of it. Don't go having an expected itinerary. Another tip would be to think about what it is you really want to see or do in the Arctic. That could be polar bears are your top priority. You might want a really luxury ship. You might want to see Inuits. You might want to see glaciers and lots of ice. Think about what your real priority is. My favourite highlights of Svalbard. Number one has to be Alkafellet. That is a huge cliff full of nesting guillemots and kittiwakes, and the hundreds of thousands of them flying over your heads literally like a swarm of bees. It's mesmerising, and the noise is almost like a deafening roar. Number two in my highlights of Svalbard has to be Kvitøya. It's rarely accessible, and you can only really get there from the middle of July onwards, and you've got to ensure that the ice conditions are light. One of my favourite parts of that is the fact that it's almost Antarctic scenery. 50-metre ice cliffs, rivers of meltwater flowing off the top. It's incredible. And my other top highlight has to be cruising along the ice edge. This is where polar bears are most likely to be hunting. Seals will haul themselves out of the water onto the edge of the ice, and the polar bears will be scouting on the edge of the ice looking for a meal. And being up with the expedition team on the bridge with a long lens, spending the whole day just looking out for polar bears and then tracking them is really, really fun.